Hello guys, this is Plastico back again with Minecraft. We have Kaiser, Articus, and the new kid who can't take a joke. We're calling him New Joel.
Actually,
AKA
he's not
Ralph.
on anymore. He disconnected from the channel.
Because he's
Shut up,
a
Art.
jerk who can't take a joke. We started calling him Ralph and he didn't like it. So now he's New Joel. Anyway, you were saying?
In case you guys are unfamiliar with Joel, he is the lowest. He's almost in a class of his own, a class we like to call subhuman. He's less than a human.
If there was we'll put it this way, if there was a burning building, we'd save the dogs first.
Yes. We'd save the furniture first.
And then the dogs.
And then the dogs, and then the mice.
And then the floorboards, and then Joel.
And then the insects.
Oh yeah, can't forget the insects.
And then the curtains.
Oh, but I have a watch in there now too. Ugh.
And then Joel's shoes. And then more dogs. And he would probably save the cats.
No, the cats would be smart enough to get outside, unlike Joel.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
What was that? Like, it was half of a horse neigh and half of a gag cough.
Clearing my throat.
Okay.
Of his come.
Apparently, Articus is part horse. But, we finally got some floors in the palace. So, hooray for that. Have no way down, no way up, but there's floors. I'm liking this more and more as I look at it.
I don't think the server ruler should need to use a ladder.
They just
I
fly.
mean, you are going to be fat from all the fruit orgies you'll be having and all the supper pigs you'll be eating.
Why fruit? Can it be a bacon orgy?
A bacon? Yeah. Yeah,
Alright
man.
then. See, now I just made that a million times better. You know, I mean, fruit, bacon, let's see. Yeah, the ladder.
Like a Ron Swanson breakfast. 2 pounds of bacon and a gun is your utensil.
Safest utensil on the market. It shoots forks
It shoots other guns.
that shoot forks. Okay, I am literally not doing anything. So, I'm serious. Why do you think that, I'm gonna call him Ralph from now on. Why do you think he can't take a joke and he's just like, you know, he's gonna play that game?
Because he was a deprived child.
Who puts it in his butt? So, are we gonna do like some kind of? Really don't know how we're gonna do this. I mean, are we gonna have like an elevator shaft with a ladder in it or something to get all the way up here?
I am back.
That's good. We didn't ask. But
That's cool,
good.
Art. It's really cool.
So why's your friend, you know, a turd?
Why is he a physical piece of fecal matter?
I'll read you off the thing he Skyped me. Well, when you live like me, then you start to walk away from shit that starts fights.
So apparently we were instigating a fight.
How are we going to fight him?
How dare
Over
you?
TeamSpeak. Right punch.
I broke my
Hit you or did
computer.
you
How
don't?
dare you?
I broke my screen thanks to you. We were just teasing around.
I
Whatever.
know.
We don't have to deal
What a
with
baby.
his crap. He's not allowed on the server because he.
The only thing we really didn't need was my leather jacket.
That
Art's
had a lot
leather
of
biker
meaning.
jacket.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, by
I
the
heard
way,
him at school
everyone,
tomorrow.
just so they don't know, Art is a biker Christian. Demon god.
He's in
He's a biker Christian. demon god.
he's in the gang Flaming Wheels up the devil's ass.
Well, I was gonna
It's a
say,
mouthful.
don't you dare tell me that. Don't you dare tell them that I'm a Latin king.
He is also a Latin king.
With Emmanuel.
City
Emmanuel.
Manual.
Just a little reference here. Emmanuel is he's a child, goes to our school. We think he's retarded on account of he's a Mexican Muslim who thinks he's in the Latin Kings. And basically what he told me was that he was the best gangster I had ever seen.
Or
And
turn
I
off
asked,
your
oh really? Because
feed.
I've seen a lot of gangstas.
Okay. Hold on.
I have found a zombie. I basically fully disregarded anything that he told me up until he decided to wear a crib bandana to school. So being in the Latin Kings, I was curious on how a Latin King could be wearing blood colors in the middle of New York and be a Mexican Muslim. Care to explain, Austin?
Well, you see, a lot of the societal rules that apply to us don't apply to retarded subhuman beings. So that's why he's allowed to do that.
So do you think he actually is a Latin King, or is he just retarded?
Absolutely not. If he ever met a Latin King in his life, they would more than likely kill him.
Would they use brute force, or would they take it easy on the small retarded?
No, they would go all out.
So what you're saying is he's retarded.
Yes, the highest extreme.
The highest. Oh. So what you're saying is he makes autistic children make faces and slap their chest in his general vicinity and direction to make fun of him. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is, if you see him walking down the street, punch him in the head for being an idiot.
Mm-hmm. That is the correct response.
And the children that eat paint chips for fun should also do the same.
Yes.
I fully understand. If everyone's wondering why we haven't posted a video in, oh, what's it been now? A week? Month? I don't know.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah. See, Gears of War 3 came out, and our social life kind of decreased from there. We've done pretty much nothing, but lots of Gears. Lots of Gears. We love the shotgunning children. Absolutely adore them.
They're my favorite. I love.
And then I love
being dropped from 40 yards
with
by the Masher.
by a shotgun. Yeah.
That is probably that's one of the highlights that I actually look forward to every time I go into a versus match.
And we actually leave every match we can that doesn't have a full-out shotgun war, because those are just no fun. When you can't get shot from 100 yards away by a shotgun, which bullets disperse.
It just takes the fun out of it when you don't die from that
Instantly,
distance with
all
the
the
shotgun.
time, constantly. I love, because see, I actually love watching the load menu picture when you respawn. So anytime I don't get to see that about every 2 minutes, I actually want to leave the game. I actually rage quit because they don't kill me enough.
It's true.
I will run out
Zach,
into the
and
center
it
of
happens.
the game, and I will literally just run out and start yelling into my mic, shoot me. I'm not seeing enough of the still image of Marcus staring distressful off into the distance, even though I've already completed the game and there's no longer a war going on. It's just too bad when I can't die repeatedly over and over and over again to then
Because that's really what people play Gears of War multiplayer for.
Oh, definitely. And I absolutely love it when the small 8-year-old on the other end thinks he's all that when he's able to kill me, a level 18, something like that, when I'm actually just trying to see the load screen. I really am not trying at all. I want to die. Who plays Gears of War to not see the load screen is just crazy. It's just absolutely...
Now this time around, Epic actually decided to keep, regardless of the shotgun's popularity, they decided to keep the other weapons in the game as well. Some of these weapons include the Retro Lancer, new to Gears 3,
which doesn't make any sense. Why would they put in
the Hammer Burst?
But why would they put in a whole new weapon if all you can ever use is the shotgun to actually try to complete anything in the game? that just...
They actually haven't released a sin concerning this decision. Apparently there are people out there, I don't know for sure, that actually don't use the shotgun.
It baffles me, it really does, on...
Which is weird, because that would require using skill.
See, I don't want to play any game...
Which is really uncommon in the Gears universe.
I don't want to play any game that requires me to actually have to do anything. I would much rather play a game in which I physically start off doing absolutely nothing. By which means I mean absolutely nothing. So that way I can more or less make sure that I can even play the game. I actually taught my retarded 2-year-old cousin how to play the game, mainly because...
I believe he went 9-0 with the Nasher.
Oh, definitely. Completely top ranked.
New to the game.
He was doing phenomenal, by the way. I was super proud of him. But he actually asked me why so many retarded children think using the Nasher is appropriate. I told him, well, what fun would the game be if you didn't die repeatedly?
You couldn't drop someone with shotgun from 150 yards away.
And he totally agreed with me. He understood completely, and then proceeded to use the sniper rifle, which I had to beat him repeatedly for because it wasn't technically the Nasher. Even though it responds mostly like a shotgun, I had to beat him. It was just awful.
That's how they learn.
I know. I did not know at all what to do. I mean, and what shotgun doesn't act like that, where you can shoot someone, blow them apart, literally into pieces, losing basically every limb and midsection torso that they have from a mile away. What shotgun doesn't act like that? I mean, who would honestly purchase like a shot? I mean, who's using a BB gun in this? You know, there's just specific limits that every game has to have, and having a gun which can ultimately kill whatever it wants from
any distance,
away, from miles away, no matter how big the surrounding area is.
Now, Epic claims they balanced out the shotgun in regards to the other weapons this time around, and all reports, both personal and what I've seen on the forums, point to the exact opposite. In fact, they've given it yet another buff. Could this be another Gears 2 multiplayer experience?
I think so. I think that this game is...
There's really no reason to play versus mode unless you
want
really
to
like
die
using
repeatedly.
a shotgun.
So what you're saying is anyone who's basically wants another human of the same generic sex to forcefully put something into their body should play versus mode and use the shotgun constantly.
Yep.
I understand completely. So what you're saying is any non-gay person should probably learn how to man up and play the regular Gears with the other weapons? Or
yes.
Would that be too straightforward?
That would be too straightforward.
So should I say it's safe to assume that I could say something like Gears 3 multiplayer is turning into what could effectively be called another Call of Duty multiplayer?
No, I wouldn't go that far, Zach. Because you got to imagine that Call of Duty has no other game mode besides, I believe it's called Run In and Kill Until You Die game mode. See, at least Gears 3 has several other game modes for you to spend your time
I'm only
in.
talking about the Versus. I'm not talking about their fantastic Beast mode or the always incredible Horde mode. I'm talking specifically about the shotgun duels, where it's literally run in and die. I don't know if that's going to offend any actual players, but unfortunately, we do speak the truth.
Don't worry. You would only be offending 8-year-olds
who have to use the shotgun to actually be able to physically do anything.
In order to play, in general, they need to use it. Yes.
Oh wow! So what you're saying is
the people who are proficient with the shotgun online actually don't know how to use any other weapon.
Ah, okay. So what you're saying is they have physically no idea what any other weapon in any game is.
Yep. If you look at the best players in Gears, especially Gears 3 so far, like the guys with the
5-1 killed D, KD, whatever.
Yeah, that don't die, that don't, they rage a lot. They yell at people for not being as good as they are.
And I'd like to stop you right there. Anyone who rages over the internet on a game that was specifically intended for the purposes of enjoyment, and actually gets physically angry to the point of threatening other players, has the actual physical mental capability of a retarded dolphin. Which I do not mean to offend any retarded dolphins out there. I know you're smarter than that, but they're not, so it's okay. That means you, Flipper. Don't worry, I wasn't making fun of you. So, basically, any character or any amount of playability that the game has
is completely sacrificed and
lost due to the shotgunners.
Introduction of the new upgraded shotgun, specifically the Gnasher. While we're on the subject, I'd like to comment on the sawed-off. A lot of people complained about this weapon in the beta, saying it's a noob's weapon, you don't even need to aim, blah blah blah. I'd like to point out two things. Traditionally, a soft shotgun is so inaccurate that you only need to be within a few feet of your opponent in order to kill them. Any more than that, and a BB won't even graze them. And this is for the most part true in Gears 3. And if you're stupid enough to get that close to someone with a sawed-off, firing on both barrels, so power is justified, then you shouldn't even be playing the game.
So, now, in other news, I do remember mentioning dolphins, and I would like to put this out there. A lot of people have commented about the new movie, I believe it's called, like, Dolphin Tale, or some crap like that.
Oh, yes, that overhyped movie.
I just want to throw my opinion out on there. I do think that with that movie... sorry, frog in my throat. I do believe that with that movie, we are sending the children of the world the correct message that even though people are starving in the streets, it is completely and 100% okay to spend millions of dollars fixing a worthless animal.
Yes, that's going to die later from an awesome shark attack.
Which will be crazy to, just amazing to watch on account of it can't really swim away on a, it has a fake flipper. Which I believe will just be beautiful. 100% beautiful to watch nature.
Very inspirational. Very inspirational. No, tear this down. I was gonna put a giant Z.
Well, I'm on the blue team, so.
Oh.
There's that.
Right.
But let's just put it in the back wall. But, I don't really understand when people sit there and then complain about a game only to say that it was completely unsatisfactory or that they simply just can't play it to begin with. I don't fully agree with that statement when they actually can't play the game at all, and they have to use the same weapon over and over and over again. Wow, that looks kind of like a 2. Why not? Oh, with the lapis, I like that. Much better than what I had. Now, just kind of back onto the subject of craptastic games. Modern Warfare 3 is coming out relatively soon, isn't it? Or is it already out? As I genuinely
It will be released November. I know it'll be released November, although the only date that I care about in November is November 11th.
Which I do believe I know what that is.
Yes, and if our viewers know, then feel free to join me in an exciting anticipation for what will be one of the greatest games of the year.
One of the best games of the century, with no doubt.
Prestigious awards, seeing as video games have only been prominent for the last 30 years.
Definitely. How could a game become so great? But first, what game could become so great?
Definitely not a military shooter, Zach.
So what you're saying is a game in which there's some amount of skill involved?
And creativity.
And what could this game possibly be called? Would you do the honors, or shall I?
You should do the honors.
Are you sure? Because
Positive.
I know you've been waiting for this game longer than anyone. I think you should honestly do the honors. I know exactly.
If you haven't already figured it out, viewers, the name of this legendary title is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, releasing November 11th, 2011.
I can't possibly wait for this. As we all know, I actually have a computer specifically designed for games of this magnitude, and I think my computer will just be in awe of how great this actual specific
Truly an
game
honor
is.
for any computer to be able to play such a ground-shattering game.
Now, would you like
That
to...
will definitely be the final good release of the year, seeing as Modern Warfare comes after that, but nobody really cares about that.
Well, mostly retarded babies. As we know, the marketing campaign for these retarded shooters come out quite popularly. I do wish to point out the fact that basically, if you play these games, you are an idiot. There's no doubt about it that you're a complete 100% genuine retard. There's just no possible way that you can't be physically, mentally handicapped with that. I do wish to expose my deepest gratitude to anyone who plays it for the specific reason to be able to say how awful the game specifically is. Anyone who has the physical or mental capability to sit there and realize that it's retarded and that they should vlog about it is a personal hero of mine, without a doubt. I would like to also mention, though, that a lot of people are going to give us a lot of hate mail for this. But if you want to honestly give us
Seeing as 90% of the hate mail, Zach, you have to remember we won't be able to understand what they're actually trying to say.
Because of the retarded hands and retarded faces and retarded everything, we won't physically understand their spelling or pretty much anything. Correct?
Correct.
But if you would like to give us hate mail, please send a personal message or put a comment right on the bottom of this, and we will promptly make fun of you in the next review. of whatever.
And we will use your comment in our next video.
But please leave your name or anything else you really care about, because we'll use pretty much whatever we have to prove our point on how ridiculously retarded you simply have to be. We have no limitations, and anyone who believes that children could conduct themselves in a better fashion than we do, we would like to suggest that these specific children bring themselves in front of us, and we will recommend actual playable games for them. As we all know, I hate children, so I hate them with a passion. And there is just that little bit of doubt that people think I don't honestly hate all living organisms that are less than the age of 6. I do. I really do. Because for the most part...
It's true.
For the most part, it ends up being something like little kids ruin pretty much everything. There's no doubt in my mind that little kids caused the Holocaust. No doubt.
It's true. Actual historical documents that support that.
There's no doubt in my mind that small children pretty much ruin anything that's cool in life. If no one knows, I enjoy Transformers. I really do. Vloggers, if you just want something to hit on me with the whole Modern Warfare sucks and you want to really get back at me, I like Transformers. I really do. Make fun of me for it. I will enjoy it. I'll laugh. I'll use your name and everything. So also good way to get publicity. Don't forget that. There's no such thing as bad publicity, but there is retarded publicity. Either way, though, I would just like to point out I enjoy Transformers with quite a bit of a passion, really. I've seen, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but there's the new Easy Transformer. Oh, quite sorry about that break there. What I was just going to say is that if you want anything to kind of try to hurt my feelings with, I enjoy Transformers. I do collect the figures because they are awesome. If you want to just kind of go after that, be greatly appreciated. Again, I'll use your name and everything, get some good publicity going on. There is a little bit I would like to mention right before we wrap this episode up of what I guess we're going to call game chat on the fly. Or opinion. Just opinion chat, I don't know. And that would be that, for the most part, I've noticed that games and movies are, for the most part, all the way going downhill. It's no wonder that most countries think America is pretty much retarded. And that's because, have you seen half the movies and games we've come out with?
They're truly reflections of our society and its values and our desires. And
I just want to say that with the whole Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm pretty sure no troop is in the, across seas and anywhere really, and pretty much thinking that this will make a great video game. I can assure any little kid out there that no troop, no army officer, no one is going to be thinking how great of a video game war would make. There's just no physical way that they're going to honestly think that war would make a good video game, as they've seen the actual problems that it induces. Before we wrap that up, any final thoughts, Austin, before we...
One last thing, Zach. I'd love to throw this in there, but did you know that there are actual people who believe Call of Duty and all of its games, even the older ones that were actually good before the series went downhill, believe that their military shooters are as close as you can get to realism in a wartime situation?
So what you're saying is people out there honestly want to join the military because they think it'll be just like a game.
Because of their kill-death ratio in Call of Duty.
So they
yes.
think they would actually be useful in a military aspect.
Yes.
A lot of retards out there. A lot of retards. If any little kids
because
watching
everybody
this,
knows the military does possess these super soldiers that know how to drive, fly helicopters, fly jets, they're masters at all weapons, be it explosive or conventional. They are guild Navy divers. They're generals. They can pilot planes. They can.
and even though they've
computer
been
engineers,
brainwashed for 20, 25 years, they can still lead a valuable mission in which the state of the U.S. safety, through the Cuban Missile Crisis, can actually they can lead that mission, and no one would think twice about wondering why the guys who sat in a chair for the last 20 years trying to get unbrainwashed is leading it. And we do want to just throw this out there. When you get shot, you don't just put jelly in your eyes. You die. You just die.
Contrary to popular belief, wounds do not heal miraculously in seconds as long as you're not getting shot at. That does not happen in real life. I think that's a valuable fact to know for anyone thinking about joining the military based purely on their KD ratio in Call of Duty.
When you get shot in the face or in the foot or anywhere, you won't just put jelly in your eyes and live. You will cry in pain like a little girl and then die. You will die. It is seriously that simple. I don't understand how little kids are not getting this. Death doesn't seem all that fun when, you don't respawn 2 minutes later. And I love it when you hear the little kids over the internet like, oh, the respawn takes forever, or, I can't stand it because literally I couldn't get right back into the action 2 minutes later. If you got shot in real life and were to respawn, better hope you weren't a sinner. We'll put it that way. There's no respawn, there's no afterlife. And any kid that's going to post on here that they know that, obviously are also retarded on account of they don't. We know they don't. Don't act like you do know, because we know that you don't. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop. Nope. You right there. Stop typing. Stop it. Stop. Stop.
I believe he stopped.
He probably did. Or he didn't. I don't know. We're going to stab him later anyway.
We don't really care.
But like we said before, send us any hate mail that you want, and you'll just end up in the next video. We really couldn't care less. Kaiser doesn't have a YouTube account yet. He will for all the hate mail soon to come up. I'll probably link it in the description. You can always send me a personal message. I love them. And you can send me any comments on the video. I read them all. I love all of them, and I think they're hilarious. A lot of you guys out there, I don't know if you're honestly retarded or if you just play a role really well. And if you play the role, then man, you should be an actor, because there are retards out there. But yeah, so
This has been another drawn-out episode of Game Chat.
Mainly because we really, 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 really hate Modern Warfare. Actually, any of the Call of Duty. And it's not COD. COD is a fish. Call of Duty would be the game. And we really, really hate it. Oh, so much. So much.
No, I'm good.
So, I believe this would be us wrapping the game up. Any actual final thoughts, or are we good?
Nope, we're good.
Alright then. Until next time, guys. Please subscribe, rate, comment, keep vlogging, keep commenting. I'd love to read them, and I'll make fun of you later. See ya.